nice intro there.
Thank you.
You
I
are
like
fun.
it.
I know you are. Who sings that song?
Who do you think?
Keith Toby.
You were there.
Oh, there you.
You
You're
can't do it.
pointing. You're pointing.
Yeah, like you.
Toby Keith. Yep.
Right.
And which state is he from?
He's from Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
I forget the town, but I thought I knew that.
We have a regular that pops in, Bobby.
From Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Huh.
JT and the Cap guy pops in every once in a while.
I did not know where he was from.
Oh yeah, Oklahoma. Just watched one of his videos today. So, all right. Here's the deal. This person, cat, feline, reached out to me on DM on Instagram and typed up all these clever like requests. Hey, let me on your show. I'll be perfect. Like perfect. All these like, I don't know what the technical terms you want to call it, but all these things like you won't
Puns.
puns. All right.
Puns?
You could, you can't do Wi-Fi. You're going to need a cat cable for this one and all this stuff. And I'm like, who is this? I mean, are they really pulling our leg? Like what's going on here? So I thought, I was like, what do we have to lose? What's the purpose of our little lives here?
Yeah, I don't think we have anything to lose.
No, because like we always talk about, these type of lives are either educational, enlightening, or entertaining, or in this episode could be massively eccentric.
Yes,
and
interesting
Tracy,
to say the least.
Okay, Tracy pops in. Hello, running errands and listening.
Yay!
That's just as fine. I don't think you want to watch. Just listen because this is going to get really nuts. So I watched Tracy and Tommy last night, and I was chiming in saying, "Hey, Tommy, I'm gonna do the promoted listings plus," and he's like asking me how it's going. I'm like, it's only been one day. So, all right, let's just dive right into it.
Okay.
So this person that reached out goes by the name of Smudge. And you know what? Let's just bring him in.
You do that.
Hey, hey.
Whoa.
Hello.
It's been a long time. Thank you so much for letting me on. I really love your show. And since we met in Vegas, you say you don't remember, but, don't just drum up the funny stares. You know what happened, man.
Well, what stays in Vegas, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, right?
That.
So.
Yeah, but when you said we met you before?
Yeah, I was at the eBay convention. I got my own site. That's how I hooked up with your with your YouTube show.
Okay.
And,
all right. I don't. Are you sure it was us? Honestly, I don't.
Absolutely.
I don't remember you. I think I would have remembered you.
It's one of those after parties. It wasn't down on the floor. It's the after parties, man. You know how they go.
I only had one or two drinks at that after party, so I would have remembered. Well, okay, if you say you remember us, fine. That's cool. We appreciate you reaching out.
Hey, I love that boombox in the back. I saw that there a couple weeks ago, and I went out and I found my own boombox like that one too.
All right.
So
nice.
It's all about it, man.
Glad
good. Hi, Lori.
Hi.
How you doing there?
I'm good. How are you?
I call myself Smudge because of the meme. You know the meme, right?
Yes, I am familiar.
I didn't know about them at all until they made me famous. So I didn't have anything to do with it. I don't have an agent or anything.
Do you have a booking agent by any chance?
He just said no.
He doesn't? Okay.
No, he said I don't have an agent.
What's the safe word to get out of this interview?
What's the safe?
What's the safe word?
Well, you let us know. I mean, tender vittles. I don't know. Friskies.
Catnip works. Catnip works.
All right. If you say catnip, then I'll just bounce you off the screen because honestly, I want to protect your identity and your reputation.
Hey,
I barely knew who you were until you reached out, and I'm like, I gotta Google this. Are you an individual or?
Yeah. Can I say my eBay site because that's what it's all about, man? We're all about making money here.
Let's hold off on that.
Sure.
Let's see how it goes
man, but I started selling back in June. It's been great.
Okay.
Right. We'll definitely talk about that.
Started selling back in June. What do you sell on eBay?
I sell fishing stuff, books, antiques, oddities, tobacco stuff, airplane stuff, art, collectibles,
What
things
kind
that
of what
things
kind of
that make
tobacco
people
stuff
go,
are you
I
selling?
sell it so dirt cheap that
Yeah.
they can't help but to have it. I sold a fruitcake trophy from 1953 to a guy in Tennessee.
Whoa. Okay.
No
Hey,
kidding.
can you?
$12
Yeah.
cash.
Keep on speaking a little bit louder. You got a hairball or something coming down in your mouth.
$12 cash for the trophy, the fruitcake trophy.
So where did you find this fruitcake trophy? I don't. Are you from Canada or the U.S.?
I'm in Ottawa, apparently. I didn't even know I was Canadian until I read it up. When you're a meme, you find out so much about yourself that social media will tell you about that you never knew.
All right, so you're finding out who you are pretty much because
Yeah.
I did some research. Apparently, you're somebody's cat that sits at the table.
Gotta eat. Man's gotta eat.
I just want to throw. We have some audience members here that are loyal, good people, eBay sellers. I just want to bring them in. First off, Tracy just says she doesn't know what to make of this bad kitty. I feel the same way. I'm a little scared, to be honest with you. Christy from Oceanside, she's cracking up in a good way. She's not laughing at you. She's laughing with you, I believe.
The story of my life, Dave. The story
Okay.
of my life.
And and this is Bobby, the Cap Guy, and JT. I highly Smudge. I recommend you go on YouTube and look up the Cap Guy and JT because he has a little sidekick, JT, a little puppet, where he does some good stuff. So I think you have a future on YouTube as well. It's not just memes and stuff.
Maybe I got to break in somehow, and I figured your show would be the best way. That's why I was so persistent with coming on and emailing you and sending you messages.
You see, he's using all these, what is it, idioms? Like he says he's persistent.
Oh, you got it.
I think it's a pun.
Pun? All right.
Alliteration.
Yeah, it's something. I mean, Marcy says such a celebrity, she's starstruck.
It's amazing what free will get you.
Free? Well, you're free. You reached out to us. I mean, how do we say no to this? Because we want to get into more about what you and eBay because
Sure.
we all know before. Okay, before we do that, I just want to share a screen. There's a popular meme out there that I chuckled. I thought it was really funny, to be honest with you. And it is right here. It's these are the housewives of something, right?
Orange County.
Oh, are they? Okay. Orange County.
Yeah.
This is like my favorite meme of yours. The two gals say, "You said 2 drinks home, be home by 10." And I don't know if you could read, Smudge, but you responded. You said, "I'm pretty sure I said 10 drinks home by 2."
That sounds about right.
Okay. All right. So
I don't take no guff from no one.
I know. See, that's the thing. I think everybody loves you because you just say it like it is. I'm going to stop that screen right there. Do you know those two housewives personally, or what happened there?
No, they just matched us up. Some Twitter user matched us up somehow. I'd like to meet them in person, sure. But I don't think it's going to happen. COVID and all.
Oh, yeah. The C word. I understand.
Nah.
So let's back off that. I don't want to get you in trouble. Your appearance here on our show could introduce you. I mean, there could be other reselling channels on YouTube that want to have you on.
Well, I'm more than just a one-trick cat, I've got all kinds of things. I've got lots of experience to share.
Regarding what? Life or just reselling or what?
Reselling and life. Life is reselling, isn't it?
For some of us, it is.
Yes, it is. So, Lori, I'm sorry. I don't know what the heck's going on here.
As you just said, I'm along for the ride today.
This is an hour-long show.
I know, isn't it?
Right. The safe word once again is. Did we agree upon that? Catnip. All right. If you need.
I started 6 months ago, and I got my teal star ready. I've got 150, 100% good compliments. So I sell them cheap, and I even put extra things in the package for them too.
Oh boy!
Little things, we stay within the postage, and that's a whole other issue with postage.
Are you putting this is not the safe order, but are you putting catnip in your packages for people?
Perhaps, depending on where it's going and who it is and what it's for. It works as, something that maybe you get a thank you for.
Hey, Lord, let me know if this is
So
going
I'm meeting
south.
all kinds of peeps.
Let me know if this is going bad, if we're going to get in trouble with eBay.
No, we're done with that.
Not
But I do
good
have
so
a good
far.
relationship with the postman in town. I go there about 3-4 times per week. I don't trust leaving it in the box or arranging for pickup either. I like to bring it myself. Take care of it that way.
Sure.
Every single one. And I write a note in every box, thanking them for the business and how I appreciate it. It's tough when you're pumping out 2,000 items a day like you guys. But when you're doing about 20 a week, you can handle it,
True.
Well, you're doing a good job. So I take it you've seen a few of our lives before.
Absolutely. All of them.
All right. Oh, I didn't realize your teeth were that sharp. Can you open it? You got a little.
You're missing some.
Yeah. You just have bottom teeth or top teeth? You got some top ones. All right. Looking good. All right. So I'd like to keep this serious because we have, like I said, people are in on this chat trying to learn. They're trying to learn. We want to learn about what you sell. I think you shared a couple things. Let's talk about like, how do you get your stuff? I mean, when you do you walk around a flea market like on 2 feet or 4 and get?
Good question. It depends what kind of market it is, but I'm usually on 2 feet walking around.
All right. Do you wear a hat and sunglasses or what?
Yeah, absolutely. All the time.
All right.
Can't show off these buggers too much.
Yeah.
They don't work.
You need to blend in a little bit. So when you're looking for stuff, like what is your criteria? Like, are you
old and dirty and things I don't have to mess with and have it sent out, or that, or brand new? Nothing in the middle.
Old, dirty, or
brand new.
So anything that sells, right?
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, I look for unique items sometimes, and they don't always sell. I've got remember the airline US Air. I've got glass tray from US Air. I figured people would pay $800 for it. I can't get 8.
Oh.
At the same time, I can't sell a New Jersey state flag for $4.57.
Wait, are you from Jersey?
Skates out there. Not even to burn it. That's cheaper than firewood.
Okay.
Pound per pound.
Now, where are you living now? You don't have. I mean, are you in this
undisclosed northeast area location where it's it's not too nice out right now?
Okay. Yeah, you got some. It's sunny wherever you are. I see you're kind of. You need some.
You need to. Look, huh? Should I go get? I put a box against the window for shade. I can't afford the shades yet, and I don't get newspaper delivery anymore.
Why not? What happened?
It's too expensive.
All right.
I just found out roast beef is $18 a pound.
I believe it.
I swear.
I believe it. That's crazy.
That's insane.
Uh-huh.
So do you eat like human food or cat food? Like what do you vittles or what? Both?
Everything.
All right. Are you like a feral cat?
Not a vegan.
Are you a stray cat or what?
Straight as an arrow.
No, stray.
Stray? No. Very domesticated, my friend. Very domesticated.
I could tell. I sense a little accent there too. Northeast little accent.
Up here in the hills.
Okay, up in the hills.
Up in the hills. What's your favorite section on eBay when you look through? Memorabilia, collectibles. There's only like 39 sailboats for sale at any given time.
We don't really buy too much. We sell.
We buy things when we need them, but we just look for them. We don't peruse.
Really? I perused for like 12 or 15 years before I even tried. I had Amazon account before, but I lost money from shipping. I couldn't figure it out. That's
now
when you got to get to know your postman.
Are you are you on Poshmark at all or just eBay?
Just eBay right now. But if I'm going to sell my kids, I put it on Etsy because that's something I made myself.
Yeah,
that's an oldie but goodie.
Fine.
All right. Tracy just said she's learned that I've never been this confused watching a live stream, and she's watched some weird stuff.
Oh gosh, I don't know if that's good or bad.
I
Well, we
don't.
got another 45 minutes to strap in.
Oh,
Oh goodness.
Put your seatbelts on.
Yeah, and then we have Shay from Maryland saying, "Hey y'all, these are some heavy hitters, YouTube content creators right here. Smudge, they have their own shows on YouTube. Cap Guy JT, this is Bobby. Bobby's saying Stray Cat strut, but you're saying you're domesticated, so."
I keep it that way, yeah.
But he wants to know if you know Pepe Le Pew. I know Pepe Le Pew was a skunk.
Don't get me started with him. He's sexist.
Yeah, you could get in trouble. Lori had a dog that got skunked. Stay away from that kind of stuff. And then got to introduce
you to real estate on eBay.
Have we?
Yes.
No, I didn't even know you could.
No, they sell timeshares and real estate. You could buy that acre in the desert without a problem there.
Oh, that's right. I was actually just watching an episode of The Office, and it's one of my favorite shows. And they make a lot of eBay references on that show. And the reference was that he sold his condo on eBay.
And mineral rights too. You could buy mineral rights.
Oh my!
You could be a gold digger, not some broke. You know what I'm saying? But
hey. Do you know any alien life forms out there by the name of Alf?
Just because I got furry head don't mean I hang out with those folk.
I know, but Alf.
He liked to eat cats, didn't he?
He liked to eat cats. He put cats in the Pyrex dishes because they wouldn't. Yeah. It's a dangerous world out there, especially on eBay. Can you tell us about, I know you said you sold a fruitcake trophy. That somebody.
I've sold lures of half-naked women. I've sold fishing poles. I even sold a diary from a missionary who went to China in the 1930s. Someone bought a page of typewritten manuscript for $30, and that was tucked in a book that I bought for about $1. So that's the kind of stuff you're looking for,
So you did mention in some of your messages to me, because I was like, "Hey, what else do you do?" And you're like, "Hey, I'm not into cryptocurrency, but I'm into some stocks and stuff." You messing around with that still, or what?
Yeah, but today's not a good day to talk about that. Everyone's getting hit hard. You really want your own show for that, and there's too many of those out there.
All right.
On that, you could play, but right now it's a different time. It's a different era now.
Tough times. $18 for a pound of roast beef, like you said.
That scares the crap out of me. There isn't anything else. I've seen a lot of stuff in my day, but that blew my doors off.
The most impressed thing is your mouth is moving when you talk. I think that's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. Bottom teeth and all. I mean, all right. So where else can you, and I've seen there's a lot of YouTubers that love eBay and all. Where else can you buy something for $1 and sell it for what, $30-something? That manuscript?
Yeah, that's luck. I don't know. Maybe the dollar store. You could pick up something and then take advantage of somebody for a couple bucks.
So after your shipping and your eBay fees, you're left with like $18 to buy your roast beef. So that's pretty good.
Not even. Let me tell you about shipping. It's up to the customer to buy the shipping. I don't do that. I don't get involved. They do it. I try to make the package as small as possible. I've been burned a few times. I broke a few things along the way, but I just refund the money. Not a problem. It's like a gamble sometimes.
So you do calculated shipping is what you're saying?
If that's what it's called, they calculate it. And then they pay me.
Based on where they're located.
Right. So I just can't do those zone boxes from the post office. It's how do you prepare for that?
It's hard.
I've sold lures in Washington State and in Florida, so I've covered them all. They're not really regional specific, so it's hard to figure out where it's going.
Gotcha. No skin off your back, so to speak.
Right. No fur off my skin.
Yeah, or not 10 ways to skin a cat. I mean, there's so many jokes we could do. You already used all of them in the DMs, and I'm like, you thought through this.
9 lives, baby. 9, count them.
Holy moly. All right, so we talk about shipping now. What are you wearing? What kind of shirt is that?
It's my cootie shirt. You like the cooties?
The
Yeah, I
game?
used to play that growing up. It was a game, like a little cootie game.
Yeah.
Remember that cootie? Cootie.
Cooties going on.
Did you buy that on eBay, or if you want to
I
sell
actually
that?
got this in Walmart.
That's pretty good. Are you into retail arbitrage, like Walmart stuff?
Oh my!
What's going on?
Hang on, I'm getting a phone call, but
It's not
business
me.
never sleeps. Money never dies.
Well, you do.
Hey,
you're doing a good job. Hang in there. Let me know if you get tired. I mean,
we're all good.
All right. You just look a little washed out. The sun is really, beating down on you. Got to put a baseball cap on, right? Now you talk about the boom.
Down on my baseball hat.
That's what you led right into that, because my question was, you just pulled up a boom box. I know I have mine over here. What brand is that boom box, and where'd you get it?
Found it in the trash.
Just in a dumpster, or what? Are you a
General Electric?
Okay, all right.
Their stock is about $100 now a share.
Smart cat.
After reverse split recent. So, yeah, good stuff.
You next thing you'll be on CNBC before you know it, if you keep on talking.
I think they could use a guy like me on CNBC.
I think so too. They need viewership. Everybody needs I was gonna say everybody needs a little bit of comic relief, but I think you know what you're talking about. You're not some jokester. So you said you met us at eBay Open. We don't remember. Okay, right. You said it was an after party.
Mm-hmm.
Are you? And you're sure? What year was it? Because they didn't. They have
past year.
So you.
What year? Boy.
A year?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're on to something here.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure it wasn't another convention?
Nope.
All right, let's get off this topic. I don't know where this is going. Christy wants to know, hey, Smudge, do you dive in dumpsters?
Good Absolutely. Question. You know what? That's a good point. And that's one of my trade secrets. I didn't want to just run out there, but you can dumpster dive. Never pay for anything you're going to sell. That's for sure. You want to keep that profit margin really high. So do what you can there. Some things also, it's just stuff I've accumulated over the years, or things that other people have accumulated. You can take their stuff and sell it too.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Do you have stuff is popping into my head. I keep on thinking about like kitty litter and stuff. Do you prefer like Tidy Cat or over some other brands, or what? Are you just
shredded newspapers?
All right.
Yeah, we'd stay away from all that the litter stuff, sand and all.
Yeah, you could get a little toxic. I know you're sensitive to that. So when you dive in dumpsters, are you looking for food or just stuff to resell?
Is there a difference?
It's all the same, I guess. What was one of the best things you found in a dumpster?
An old Atari set, 2600. Yeah.
Are you that?
Did it work?
Sure did. On that, Can I talk about lucky numbers for a minute?
Yeah.
I talked to you a while about this. I didn't get any response from you, but like certain ethnicities and nationalities find that certain numbers are lucky and others are unlucky. So I'm an international seller. I sell everything to everywhere. I've sold stuff to North Koreans. I've sold to France. I've sold to the Eskimos, So use the lucky numbers to your advantage. Now, I put a list together, actually, of lucky numbers that could help your listeners here. If you don't mind. I mean, some of these unlucky numbers in Asia, specifically, unlucky is 4 and 7.
Okay,
I'm good for those, and you keep the 8s.
Wait,
Bottom line is, I came up with the most luckiest number to use. You could price anything in your store with these numbers, and you will guarantee sales across the world. Those numbers.
Hold on. Hey, Smudge, hold on one second. I'm typing this in because we have to document this. I'm just typing it in the chat. Luckiest numbers according to Smudge. All right. I'm going to type
the work.
Okay. I'm ready. Go ahead.
318.
318.
You could play those numbers straight or boxed. In other words, if you got something cheap, it's $3.18. If it costs a medium amount, it's $31.80. And if it's a lot, if it's a big item, $318. Keep
Okay.
doing that. You can't go wrong.
All right, 318. I got to look into that.
That's it. And not 39.
Well, that just happens to be my date of birth.
Ooh, that's right.
Day, month,
Well,
day.
March
Time to
18th.
reorganize the business plan and budget for Big Green.
You know what? All right. So I stopped dialogue with you once you got into this because I was like, I thought you were off to never land. I thought you were way out. I'm like, I got to move on. This was at 3 a.m. and I was like, am I dreaming this or what? So I stopped going back and forth with you now, but in the morning you're like, hey, wake up. It's me again. And you said, I'm going to figure out the whole eBay algorithm and use lucky numbers. Do you have a theory on that?
The algorithm still confuses me. I don't even think they know what's going on. I've subbed that out to some experts, so we're working on that.
Okay.
I think having free shipping has something to do with it too. But I'm not going there, man.
Don't go. Yeah.
Nope. Not giving an inch.
I know margins are being squeezed, so I hear you. Just back
Marge
to
doesn't like that too much either.
Who?
Marge doesn't like that too much.
Margin. Yeah. Margin. I said
Oh.
margin. I don't know if he knows what I'm talking about, but Wilder just says, just dig a cat hole. She likes to camp and she knows. How deep do you dig?
That's a rather personal question. Without getting
ay.
too personal, I'm a little long, so I have to dig kind of deep.
Oh gosh. All right. Christy wants to know if you're looking for meatloaf in the dumpster. Do you live with your parents?
Do I live with my parents? I live with my kids.
It's even better.
Take that any way you can.
All right. You got a big litter.
Does a guy like me or a cat like me look like I live with my parents? Think about it. You don't have to say. You can just think.
I gotta admit, you actually look just as good in person as you do on the memes. You actually look right on. Yeah. Was that a safe word I heard?
No, we're good.
You're good. Okay. Hang in there. Lori and I are going to talk for a little bit. If you want to just lean back and just take it all in. I know you said you've watched our lives, but you never contributed.
No, actually, the point you made a few weeks ago about having the buy it now, or not buy it now, but offers, make all offers.
Best
rather
offer.
than curbing the number on your offers.
Oh,
so the minimums and stuff. So
I
kind of opened the door to everybody and got every dreg offering $1 or $2 for my stuff. And I'm like, get out of here,
So do we.
Eventually, I'll throw them a bone and say, sure, grab it, man, as long as you buy something else. So then they go back in and they look for more. When your audience is good. I deal with fishing stuff, and you got to know the fishermen. They're cheap. They're usually old dudes, and they usually got enough of the stuff already. They just want more of it. And if they can get it cheap, they think they won,
Right.
So I take their money anyway, and they win, I win. It's all good.
Well, we have somebody.
Audience.
No, they love your teeth. Shari just says she loves your teeth, and they look really white and clean. I know you do. You're on all these memes. You have to keep. Do you get groomed? How often do you get groomed?
No grooming. Nah.
What?
No grooming. Look at his head.
No, cats get groomed.
You need to run a brush through your, or what? Trim those eyebrows or something. I don't know what's going on. How old are you? Like how many years? Cat years?
7.
You think 7?
I think 7. I don't know.
All right. So back to your eBay store. So you threw out some lucky numbers. I typed in here. The 3, the 1, and the 8. Any kind of combination. You're saying don't add them together. Use them individually.
They're like $3.18, $31.80, $3,180. Yeah, that'll win you every time. Every time.
And you're saying these are mostly international buyers that are buying when you price that way, or?
I'm gearing them towards. This is like a worldwide lucky number. Everybody has their own lucky and unlucky. These are the least offensive to everyone, but the most beneficial. So these are like the most vanilla lucky numbers you're ever going to get. They're not going to offend anybody. You could bring these numbers to the United Nations and you get a standing O. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
If you say so.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you don't believe in like $318.99. You say stay away from the 99s.
Hell no. Can't do that.
Don't do it.
Don't vary from the plan. Don't wander from the plan.
Okay. We'll give it a shot. At this point, we're willing to do anything.
I know. Tell me about it. Man,
Christy
people
wants
out there are nuts.
You think?
Yeah.
All right. Christy. Yeah. Well, Christy wants to know.
I want to just share, a nice story. I sent some car brochures from the 1986 Jacob Javits Convention Center U.S. Auto Show. I sent them to a man in Hungary, and it took 2 months to negotiate this out. I encourage everyone to go with international shipping. Send your stuff to Kentucky. They take it from there. Sure, you're going to get a few people that say, hey, can you do it on the side? I don't need to pay all those eBay fees. You tell them to go pound sand, that you work one way on that. That's how you do it. You go by the rules, man.
That's what I'm
talking about. So that filters out the jerks. And then you're dealing with pure good Europeans, Japanese, Asian, everybody there who's playing your game on that. So I sent this Hungarian all these car brochures, and he loves it. The man idolizes 1980s New York City. He's probably enjoying those brochures at nighttime as we speak.
All right, hey, take it easy. Hey, let's get back to our questions here.
Sure.
Christy wants to know, how many sales has Smudgy sold with the numbers 318? No matter 318, 3180, 318. I know you've just started back in the spring. You said selling on eBay.
Yeah, so about 2. Yeah, so it's
2. All right.
2.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Well, how many things do you have for sale right now? Like what is your?
I'm down to 25 now. I'm consolidating. You know what I did? I had all these individual things set out, and then I started bundling them together. I went from 100 items down to 60 because I put things together, combined the postage, did all that, and then it starts selling again. And I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I need to put back up now, too. I've got boxes all over the place. Like, I'm sure all you guys know what that's all about.
Yep. The proverbial death pile.
Yeah. But it's fun. I love the people. I helped a poor man from Alabama get himself a fishing pole for $12. I had to wait till payday to get a little pay installment on that. I held it for him. It's all good.
Yeah.
Got to work with people on that, and it helps the company out. It gives eBay a good reputation. Though I don't get any kickback from making them look better. Do you?
No, you just get to keep selling.
That's right. They give us the platform.
Exactly. There you go. It's an honor to sell on there.
I love eBay. I wish I had a T-shirt that said eBay on it. Maybe I'll find one in the dumpster one day.
How about going on eBay?
Drink?
Yeah, we could send you some swag. We definitely have some. Hey, do you attend in-person meetups? Because we might have one in Denver. If you wanted to make an appearance, it's up to you.
If you're paying the plane ticket, I'm coming.
Oh, don't give him that
idea.
No,
that's not happening.
Tell you what, we'll go halvesies.
I'll
take a pet carrier. Pet carrier is like $40.
Can you fit in one?
How big is it? Yeah.
Yeah. That
would be the first time been locked up,
Okay.
So we'll talk. Yeah, it sounds good, man. We can do that.
I'm sorry.
I like Colorado. I've been there a few times.
Do you snowboard or anything like that?
I do a little skiing every once in a while, but that's about it.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I mean,
love the speed.
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, since you said you saw us at an eBay Open last year, which really didn't happen, but we would love to meet you in person. So we don't really have any trips planned. So you could either fly out to Colorado, or if there ever is another eBay Open, let us know. We could probably get you on as a service animal.
I'll tell you what, I think I'm going to be in your neck of the woods in June or July.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we
What?
can hang out.
Let me know. What do you drive?
55.
Okay.
That's it. Well, that's it, officer.
Yeah. Sherry wants to know. I don't think you want to ride in cargo area. Like, are you? Could I pass you for like a service animal or something like that? Would you? Can you sit by my feet?
A comfort animal? Oh yeah.
Comfort, right?
Yeah, one of the security animals. Sure.
Yeah. We all need a little bit of security. You kind of look like our dog, who's very white fur.
Who looks like Sherry's dog in her profile.
Yes.
Bring that up again.
Oh,
looks like Luna right
oh,
there.
Yeah, there you go. Little white. Yeah.
See, I got all excited. I wrote down some stuff. I want to make sure I covered everything in case you don't invite me back, you know?
What makes you think that?
Oh, you never know how the ratings are going to come in. You're going to say, you know what? It just didn't work out, Smudge. We're sorry.
Well, we're hovering on double digits, people watching. So right now we're down to single digits. So you either have to now. Did you broadcast this on your social media? Because I don't see a pop.
No, I don't do that stuff. I don't want to be the Oliver of your show, though. I don't want it to go down from here. You know, I'm no Oliver.
I think I know what he's talking about. Oliver
Brady
from
Bunch?
The Brady Bunch. Yeah, I'm no Oliver, man.
Oh.
Oliver popped in for like 1 or 2 episodes,
Yeah.
and it.
And then it went
the
downhill?
little kid with the haircut with the
Uh-huh.
glasses. Everybody loved him, but then he like disappeared and tanked.
Yeah, we're not going there.
You don't want to be the Oliver? All right.
No, we're launching this baby.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we appreciate you coming on. I mean, it's unbelievable to speak to you in person. You have a lot of good. Why don't you hit up your notes? I know you were excited. You said you had a lot you wanted to talk about, and you said
Paper-handed customers.
Repeat
The
that.
ones that'll buy it, then they won't. Then they renege for whatever reason. Everyone's got that, and you can't tell eBay that they seem to be in the buyer's corner for a lot of that. I mean, maybe this is old hash, but this is a new cat on the block, and I'm saying, what is up with that? No comments needed. Just airing some stuff,
Just you're airing, you're frustrated. Okay, so hey, eBay will side with the buyer more often. We're like, hey, give it to them for free, right?
That's right.
So what else?
I've had some problems dealing with the post offices in Seattle and the West Coast, Portland, Seattle, and one in I forgot where, but fishing reels, little 4x4x4 boxes seem to get lost or get put in someone's pocket along the way.
Okay.
So I wind up giving a full refund.
Okay.
And I just had issue at UPS too with a fan that got crushed. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Mike Rakowski, dude, go cat. So you're saying you're a little frustrated, but this is part of running your business. Have you run any other businesses before? I know you're, domesticated a cat, sit at a table, and then you took off, in social media.
I worked for the Food and Drug Administration at Newark Airport, sniffing out drugs.
Okay,
that was my job for 20 years. So I retired, and I decided to pick up this eBay work now.
Okay.
That's the real deal.
So you're pretty much a retired. Do you get like some type of pension or what's it? Obviously, you don't have
a little cushion working out. You don't put up with all that stuff or nothing.
All right.
So we're just rolling right now and enjoying it, getting to know people again. Tired of sniffing drugs every day. You know what I'm saying?
No, not really. But so Laura, do you have a safety word?
I thought we were sharing it.
I
mean, you mean I can have a safety word and I can bail?
No, you could hang. You could hang.
All 3 of us need it.
But I mean, is there any way we can't like just disconnect our Wi-Fi and be like, we're losing you or anything like that? Okay.
Oh, yeah, we could.
Okay.
Crank caller.
We have enough problems with our technical stuff that could easily happen.
Blame it on the rain.
So Smudge.
Yeah.
How do we know you're? So this was a concern of ours. How do we know you're the real Smudge? And could we get in trouble for claiming to have Smudge, the internet sensation, on our live? Well, I mean, do you have any identification or anything, a contract? I know I'm thinking of it too late, but
we'll let their lawyers get in contact with my lawyers. We'll work it out. If they're looking for a payout, we'll give it to them. No biggie small.
No biggie small.
No biggie small.
Oh God. Well, you're doing a great job. You're well spoken, somewhat well versed in the eBay lingo. Do you? I mean, I could go on and on and on, but one more eBay question for you. Are you happy where you're at with the number of listings you have, or are you going to get a bunch more stuff? And do you source at the bins? What are the places?
I like 100 items. That's a good number. Actually, I like 318 items to be on at all times. You know that routine, but I settle with 100. And yeah, I'll source out, or I'll just ask people, you got any stuff you don't want? They'll give it to me. Okay. And then, like I said, I'll go to some estate sales and pick up stuff that way. But I'm not going to, I'm not into high volume. I know you love the remote controls and the extension cords and the little screws that you can't find for your 1982, remote control train and stuff. But I can't wait like 4 years and charge somebody $30 for it, So
you're not long tail, no pun intended.
Well, think of the philosophical reasons for having an eBay store. Are you looking to satisfy others or satisfy yourself?
I don't know. That's deep. That's philosophical.
What came first, the buyer or the seller? Have you thought of that?
Ooh, no.
On eBay, definitely has to be the seller.
Who came first? Buyer or the seller?
Buyer or the seller. I've been thinking about that since I started this gig. I still can't wrap my ears around it.
You said all those years of sniffing drugs at Newark Airport are kind of coming through now. Like, that's deep right there.
Every once in a while, kicks in.
Actually, I think the seller did come first because the founder of eBay sold a laser pointer. That was the first thing. So, hey, it's got to be the seller.
So you need a seller before you have a buyer.
Yep.
Amazing.
And very good. I'm done.
That's it. It's life is good, isn't it?
All right. Well,
it is. We are thrilled, happy, surprised, and shocked to have a cat on our live that we could interview and talk about eBay. I think there's going to be people watching the replay saying, "Oh, I see you in your mouth." There's a person in there.
They're going to be saying WTF is what they're going to be saying.
I appreciate the time that you gave me to come on. Time's very valuable on the internet.
That's what they say. You did a great job. There's going to be a lot of people watching the replay of this saying, like, how do I get in contact with Smudge? How do people reach out to you?
Oh, geez. I don't have I guess it could be I don't know.
What's your eBay store?
Spiffy's Freebooter Bodega.
For real?
Spiffy's Freebooter Bodega. A freebooter is a pirate who steals things and sells them to other people or takes it and plunders it.
Okay.
Spiffy's Freebooter Bodega. Come and get it. Somebody buy my New Jersey state flag.
All right. I have a sense he's from Jersey. But Smudge, thank you very much. We're going to move on right here.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being with us. It was
Lori.
interesting.
You did a great job, and keep in touch on Instagram. Let me know how it's going, and maybe we'll have you on once again. Lori and I are going to continue getting into more serious talk after you jump off.
Will do.
All right.
Appreciate it. Take care.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Well, that was interesting.
I don't I don't know what to say.
Well, we'll try anything once, right? Almost. Not everything. I don't know.
Right. Well, I was impressed to know that he actually just started selling on eBay, and he's pretty much only on eBay. And that has gone okay. He enjoys the transactions. It sounds like he likes
He likes actually
Yeah,
dealing with people, which is one of the reasons why
right?
a lot of people sell on eBay, because they don't want to sell to people directly,
Yeah.
you know?
I
So,
actually somebody just said on you and I were listening to a podcast yesterday saying, "Oh, I don't like doing face-to-face transactions. That's not my gig." And that person sells thousands a year on eBay, and it's just that weirdness.
yeah,
But it looks like Smudge enjoys that. He enjoys, sending special packages. I don't know what that's all about.
I don't know either. A
You know?
lot of sellers do that, actually. They'll throw in a little cheap little gift or something, and, you know,
Oh,
I guess they think
yeah.
it differentiates them from other
Hmm.
sellers, and they're looking to get a repeat buyer out of the
Hmm.
situation.
Well, that
So,
was pretty wild. I mean, um, you know, I think I'm going to hold off on just bringing on strange characters again,
yeah.
even though I thought it was going to be kind of cool. I just don't know. I don't want to, I don't want to lead people on like movie star. I don't know if that's the real Smudge. I don't.
He
I
can
mean,
call
this,
himself whatever he wants, I guess.
yeah, he, yeah. Um, but everyone, yeah, thanks for that. Was definitely interesting. We've done a total 180. We've gone so serious on talking about eBay and promoted listings and best offer to bringing on that.
Everybody needs comic relief a little bit every once in a while. So,
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
I'm just surprised that he thinks those numbers 318 are the best numbers. I'm like, that's my birthday. That is the day I was born, so it's got to be
That's
good numbers.
cool. Like that's like a scratch off lottery ticket. Like the
Yeah.
odds of that happen. Uh, boom, boom.
You
We
and me both, Christy.
totally. Man, my insides are like so tight, just so nervous. The build up to that, I didn't know what the heck we were going to get.
Yeah.
But we did do a video. We video or whatever audio video tested prior to, and he held himself pretty well
Mhm.
during it. It wasn't because we were going to bail. I mean, if this was like, you know, R rated F bomb, we can't have you on. I don't think he cursed, which was
No.
pretty good.
Mhm.
Hmm.
He kept it in bounds pretty well.
Yeah. So I think for next week,
Yeah,
we may
I forgot to confirm our guests for next week.
okay.
I
Okay.
don't know. I don't think they're on today.
Okay. We may have
But
in-person guests
yeah,
visiting.
that's what I'm thinking. I
Hmm.
think. We're
Hmm.
hoping.
Yeah. And we've spoke to them before. So
Yes.
hopefully we're going to have a live next week with guests, which is cool. Also just following up, like, so we my store, you want to explain what you did to my store as a follow-up to this whole
Oh, yeah.
best offer, which is kind of cool.
Sure. Well, as you know, everybody knows we have 2 stores, we have 2 accounts, and they're pretty very similar in what we sell. And so we're trying different things because our January kind of looks like more like our November, which wasn't good.
Hmm. Right.
December was pretty good comparatively speaking. But all of a sudden, but then historically, just so that everybody knows, January for us is usually a lower month. Just, last January was a complete anomaly. So I don't really go by that. And that was like our best month ever. But January usually is a slow month, I think, after, the holidays and whatever. So we're trying to do different things. So Dave is kind of done with the best offers. They're they're more of a hassle and whatnot. So he just like, especially your personality, you want to be completely hands off with this. So it makes sense. So what we did was we took the best offer off of all your listings. So there's no best offer like on them anymore. I mean, as we know, people could always
Yeah.
make an offer. And we can always send offers if we want. That hasn't changed. But what we did was we increased your trending promoted listing. We just put it on straight like the suggested or the trending rate, whatever eBay says is the trending rate for that particular item. And it varies. Every item is different. They're not all
Yeah.
the same. So we did that +1, I think,
Mhm.
on yours. So whatever, if the trending rate is 5%, let's just say, we're going to go in at 6%. I have no idea if it's going to make a difference. I have
Mhm.
no idea how long it takes to make a difference. So that's all you have on your account right now. That's it. Like that's all you've got going for you in terms of,
Yeah.
bells and whistles. My account, I kept the best offer for now. And then I put the coupon back on because I noticed in the beginning of the month, my sales started going back down. And I'm like, what the heck? So, you know what? We'll put the coupon back on. It hasn't worked as well this month as it did last month. So I haven't noticed a huge spike in orders. The one thing I did notice though, and this is, I think, very, very telling. We have about 1,500 or so, maybe 1,700 each on each account. And at any given time in the past, if I wanted to send offers to people, that number would be like over 300. Okay. So like 20% maybe of my total listings or something like that. I noticed the other day, and I have noticed when our sales are kind of like not great, that number goes down really low. Like right now, it's like 95. Like I could only send offers to 95 people. So what does that tell me? That I think that means that people are not seeing my listings. For whatever reason, they're not seeing them. There are fewer people even seeing them because you don't have to watch something to get an offer necessarily. You have, I mean, there's all sorts of different ways you can that person will show up on your send offers. So I don't know. And then you have this theory about the whole app thing, and I don't know.
I could be way off with that, but the common theme is people are not seeing it.
Right.
So
people are not seeing our stuff, and then they're not buying it.
So you're saying that I don't know what's the technical term, like the not impressions, but the people that are okay, whatever. People are not seeing the ad or the listing.
I'm just not getting it as the same number. It's like it's down by a third the number of people that I can send an offer to. So the exposure is somehow getting cut off or reduced.
Okay, so that's why on my account, we're doing an experiment saying like, let's do this trending rate plus, as opposed to just, like many people were in the past, be really kind of cheap and be like, I'm only going to do 1.2% promoted rate. And maybe it worked, maybe it didn't. I always said it's like a multivitamin. Yeah, you never know if it's working, but it doesn't hurt. But so what we're doing is we're like trying to, instead of a race to the bottom, we're trying to beat people with that, using the promoter rate at a higher to trending plus. And I hear you, but I haven't seen anything on my account. It's been a couple of days. We'll give it a couple of weeks.
I need to know. I should know when we started that. I forget when that was.
Yeah, I thought we did. Yeah.
No, I mean, I should note it on like our sales sheet, like, the date that we. Actually, I could probably look.
So S says Smudge rules, have him on again. If he is persistent, if he reaches out again, I'll see. We'll see. It depends. We have to. If he comes on, I've got to bring good content. Like he's got to. Maybe he could do a haul video, like what he's finding. That could be kind of fun. But maybe we'll have him on for a little 10 minutes, 15 minutes, like Smudge haul or something like that. If he's dumpster diving, I want to find out what he's finding.
Yeah, I would love to see what they find in dumpsters, because that's the place we've never sourced.
I know. Yeah. I mean, he says he's finding, he's looking for food. He's looking for stuff to resell in dumpsters. I mean, he's a cat. What do you expect? So yeah, we'll keep it all comes down to that. Now, another weird thing I read yesterday, and this is what happens when people's sales stall or decrease tremendously. We know our numbers. We track everything. Many people just go by their gut feeling, their emotions.
Their emotions.
Right. So it's psychological. So people don't know. It's like, man, I haven't had a sale in 10 hours, and they're like distraught. So something I read yesterday, I thought was kind of interesting. And this is kind of like a cop out, and there's probably no way to determine this is, well, there's just so much product out there right now. The reselling industry is now flooded with resellers entering, everybody in 2020 and 2021 dabbled in reselling online. And there's so many items now. Like, for example, there's so many, of these Colorado hats to choose from, as opposed to in 2019, 2020, where maybe it was half the amount. And I'm like, why, that just means that just the supply is too great. And I still don't think that. I think it's,
Well, I mean, think about that for a second, though. If it all comes down to exposure and getting your items in front of the eyeballs of people on eBay to buy them, and then the market is flooded with that particular item, why wouldn't you have to struggle a bit with sales? I mean,
right.
you have to try harder, I guess was what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
have to do more, if that's the case. And I honestly, I don't know how true that is in all categories, because I don't think all these resellers who have joined the ranks of reselling online
Mhm.
are all selling the same thing. I think the majority of them are probably selling fashion. That's just my guess.
Mhm.
Because it's the easiest thing to find. A lot of people know it, and they, that's what they do. So maybe that one area is kind of like very oversaturated, and I think it was saturated with before.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't doubt for a second that that is a little bit of an issue. I think it's going to correct itself once most of these resellers, either go back to their full-time jobs and can't deal with their side hustle anymore, or realize that, you know what, it's not all that's cracked up to be, and they realize, oh, I actually have to work at this. you know
And like, just from an economics standpoint, higher supply, lower demand,
hmm
what impact does that have on price? Okay,
yeah,
I know
lowers the
you
price.
there you go, right,
Yeah, of
exactly.
course.
It's a,
So
y
it's a natural progression. I
yeah,
think that's legit, and that's valid.
totally. So people don't have the disposable income, call it, and there's price pressure, there's I mean, shipping costs going up, there's
I know.
eBay, you gotta play that game. What's
Yep.
left? People that used to be making $10 net, whatever, on pre-tax on an item are now making $3. It's like there comes a point where it's like, mm-mm. So I was thinking yesterday, it's like maybe people have to kind of reinvent how they're going to sell those items that are, call it, under $30. Like, I did a Instagram story poll, like, hey, how many of your items, what's your ASP, over 30 or under? And it was half and half. And there was like almost close to 30 or 40, responses to the poll. I mean, it's not a great sampling, but it's good enough to realize people in the past that were used to selling things for 25, $20, 18, regardless of what you're getting it from, it's like, maybe, they're feeling the pinch because there's, shipping's going up and eBay fees. So I just think, like, people have to kind of, like you said, reinvent. You have to reinvent what you're doing. You may have to bundle stuff. You may have to be like, hey, I'm selling two men's large Nike polo shirts instead of just selling one.
Yeah.
And
We got to get creative.
get creative, right? So I think the whole fast fashion, like, what fast fashion is, like, I don't know what brands are the fast fashion. It's not
No
Old
clue.
Navy. Okay,
I
it's
have
probably
no idea.
okay. Fast fashion, call it like H&M, stuff like that. I don't know. We
You're
don't do
asking the
fashion,
wrong person. I'm sure
right?
somebody in our audience knows, though.
Okay, well, fast fashion, like stuff that sells. You know, you wear it for a year and then it starts falling apart, and people are like, "Well, I bought it at the store for $20. Let me see if I can get 13 for it online." That whole price pressure. I mean, that whole thing is interesting because what's going to happen there? Um, Yeah,
What do
we
you
have to
mean?
get no, what's
What is
in
going to happen?
terms of, is there still going to be a market for
Oh,
secondhand fast fashion? Like, you
I
get a
didn't know
lot,
that there was, honestly. I
you would
thought it
think
was,
no,
yeah, I did not know that there was,
but
because
you
this stuff's cheap to begin with.
right,
Why would
but
you want to sell it?
think about
Mall brands, Christy says.
mall brands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
Yes,
I
mall
guess that
brands.
means anything you can buy in a mall.
Yes.
Sorry
Old
if that's
Navy. I
like,
don't know. Yeah, that's how
I mean, stuff
ignorant we are.
that's, I don't know. We don't know fashion, so we shouldn't even be talking about
Well,
this. But
we could
no, no,
talk.
no. What I'm
Yeah.
saying is, like, there's a whole world out there that we are not privy to in
Yeah.
terms of reselling. So
But
I don't know.
let's use Poshmark versus eBay, two major platforms. You can't really, and here's the brands: Forever 21, H&M, I was right, and Old Navy, all right. Um, so think about that. If you have a H&M blouse, what do you call a woman's shirt? A shirt.
There's a lot of different words, but that's one of them.
Yes. Um, So if you have something like that, you could probably list it on Poshmark for $8 and hope that somebody buys it because like the whole shipping, they're going to pay for the shipping label and all that, and or they're going to bundle it with stuff from your store. So people may think like, you know what, it doesn't make sense for me to list that on eBay because it's just not going to. People don't have the ability to bundle as easily as on a Poshmark. So if you in your Poshmark shop, closet, whatever it's called, people be like, oh, I'll take that shirt for $6 and this for $7, and they bundle, they throw in all these things because that one label, as you mentioned, as long as everything's under what, 5 pounds,
Yep.
it counts. So maybe that's why certain fast fashion works better on certain platforms as opposed to us thinking always eBay, selling everything individually and printing out another separate label for it. There's not enough money left over. So Christy says, yes, because someone that lives in the middle of Nebraska doesn't have an H&M. Very, very true. Cheap to pick up, cheap to buy. A lot of poshers do not care about what they sell, but the volume, I would rather sell more. That's a good point. Yeah. We were just in Nebraska.
I was going to say, not the middle of, we drove through the middle of Nebraska, but we were in Lincoln last weekend.
Yeah, but could you imagine being in Kearney or whatever these other places?
Right. Like we're driving through. I'm like, what is, I thought you see a house somewhere and I'm like, how long does it take them to go to the grocery store? Like how long is it to go to any store really? We've always lived in decent sized towns. So to live in a really small town is just not something that we can comprehend.
Metropolitan areas.
Right.
I know. That's so true. That's so true. That's a good point by Christy. It's like, yeah, these people, that's the fashion. They'll pick that up. They're interested.
They don't have access to it directly. Then if you do and you sell it online, then they can get that.
I always wonder if you're in the middle of nowhere, does Amazon Prime still deliver to you? Good question. So everyone, thank you so much to people that hopped in. I don't know whether to say thank you or sorry.
Say both.
Thank you. Sorry. Thank you, Siri. Thank you. And very interesting having guests on, regardless of
True. It's always a fun, interesting thing.
It is. Yeah.
So we'll see about next week.
We'll see about next week.
We'll have guests there.
And same thing, everyone, if you have a question about anything about reselling, just DM us on Instagram. Here is our Instagram. Just follow us, ask us any question. We live and breathe reselling. We love it. We talk about it almost 24/7. We dream about it. I had a dream last night. I think I had a shipping dream.
Did you?
Forget the details,
Oh,
so
gosh.
it couldn't have been that bad. But this is what, you have any questions about reselling, eBay, Poshmark, anything. If we don't know it, we'll just put you in touch with somebody else that does. And like we always say, have fun with it. Bobby on the Cap, JT and the Cap Guy, I was just watching his YouTube today, Laura, and he's retired. He has over 4,000 listings. All his AS average selling price, call it like close to $40. And he's having fun. He's retired, having fun. He says he works hard. He works a lot of hours, but it doesn't feel like work to him.
Right.
And he shared his numbers, and he goes, listen, it's not always about the numbers. You take what you want from reselling, and if you enjoy it, you stick with it, and I think he's having fun with it. He made a decent amount. Go check out his channel and watch that. So thank you, everyone. And we will see you next week. And thank you.
Yes.
All right.